Today's Monday, and I wanted to talk to you about the challenging aspects of movement and really yoga. And how I've gotten better over the years is because even the challenges of lupus posed a lot of pain in my body. I just sort of worked through them by accepting the challenges as they were, and then I sort of committed to showing up every time so that I can get stronger, more flexible. And I wasn't going to let my sickness or discomfort keep me from getting stronger. So today I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a more of a invigorating flow so that it's a little bit more than what you're used to. For the last few weeks, we've kind of concentrated on taking it easy. But today I thought we would just kind of heat up a little bit. So come onto your hands and knees, and let's just go make a clockwise circle, just warming up our shoulders, going clockwise. One more, taking a deep breath in and exhale, and just being really present to wherever you are. Hopefully you're on your mat, both physically, mentally, in every sense of being present, and going counterclockwise now. And just bring awareness to how much your muscles are maybe aching or working as you do this. And then come back to a neutral position. Go ahead and allow your belly to drop as you gaze up and arch your back. Exhale, tuck your tail under and round out your spine. Inhale up and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Tuck your toes down and gently start to push the mat away. Round out that space between your shoulder blades. Tuck your toes and gently lift your knees up and back down. Again, we're going to do that 5 times. Push. Roll your biceps forward, triceps back. Lift your knees up and back down. Inhale and exhale up and down. Inhale and exhale up and down. Inhale and exhale up and press back to down dog. But before you raise your tailbone up toward the ceiling, keep your knees bent and gently alternate pulling the heel down with your knees bent, and then see if you can gently come into straighten your legs or your knees. Press firmly through the palms of your hands and really push the floor away with all 5 fingers, activating all the shoulder stabilizers or shoulder muscles. And then see if you can raise and lift the heels up and lower your heels down. Inhale and exhale, raise them up and back down. One more inhale and exhale. Let's go ahead and come onto our knees. Extend our arms forward and bring your forehead down. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We're going to come onto our hands and knees again, and then we're going to warm up our shoulders before we take a full vinyasa. So leave your right hand down and lift your left arm up, opening up your chest up toward the ceiling, and then thread your arm down under your right shoulder and bring your left cheek down onto the mat. Inhale up, lift open the left lung space and bring it down. Bring your left cheek down onto the mat. Inhale, lift your left arm up and exhale. Bring the left shoulder down onto the mat with the left cheek resting. Inhale up And bring the left hand back down. We're going to do the right side. Lift the right arm up toward the ceiling and thread that arm under the left shoulder, bringing the top of your right shoulder down onto the mat, leaving your right cheek onto the mat. Inhale up and exhale back down. And inhale up and exhale. And inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Bring the right hand down. Tuck your toes down. Lift the knees up and press the hips back. Straight into down dog. And again, make sure you keep your knees bent if you need to. Not many of us have the flexibility. And that flexibility over time will improve. You just have to trust the process. Lower the right heel and bend left and back and forth and back and forth. Lower both heels down, gaze forward. Right foot between your hands and left. Inhale, lift your chest up and out of your pelvis. Exhale, fold. Keep a gentle bend in the knee. Allow your spine to just go dead weight over your legs. Allow your spine compartments or your segments to decompress. And just take a deep breath in and exhale. Allow your belly to sort of relax on your thigh as you bend your knees. And see if you can gently keep your right knee bent and straighten the left leg. And bend the left knee, straighten the right knee, and bend. And left, and bend, and right, and back. Drape your spine down and roll your spine up all the way. Sometimes when you have those moments where you have a little bit of excessive pull onto your muscles and you feel a little bit of a discomfort, I want you to pay attention to that. And while it may not be enjoyable, just see if you can continue to show up and do that very thing that makes you feel uncomfortable and allow your body to ease into that. Because oftentimes we'll avoid things that we don't like or is painful, but that's when I found out that I got stronger over time, just to kind of increasing that threshold for not necessarily pain, but that place of discomfort. And when you push through that, you get stronger. So that's what we're after, right? So we're going to do what's called a vinyasa flow. I've shown you this in the past. So see if you can just follow through as best as you can. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward from your hips, palms to the mat. Inhale, lift up and out of your chest, palms flat. Right foot back and left foot back. Lower your knees if you have to, and gently lower down nice and slow. Pull up, come onto your tops of your knees, and come up. And tuck your toes under, bend your knees back, and press your hips back as you come, alternating your knees side to side. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Make sure you're paying attention to your breath. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Gaze forward at your hands, right foot forward and left. Inhale, lift your chest up and out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead and back. Again, inhale up and exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, palm flat, right foot back, left foot back. Lower your knees, lower down as slow as possible. Pull your upper body back or up, leaving your knees down. Tuck your toes down. Start to lift your knees up. And then press your hips up toward the ceiling and gently lower, alternating heels down side to side. Be responsible for each movement. Never strain. Pay attention to your breath. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Gaze forward, right foot forward and left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead and back. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up and out of your pelvis. Palms flat, right foot back. Left foot back. Lower your knees. Lower down nice and slow. Pull up. Tuck your toes down. Slowly pull your hips back. Lift your knees up. Press the hips back. Alternate straightening your knees side to side. Side to side. Pressing actively the mat away from you. Paying attention to your breath. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Gaze forward. Right foot forward. Left foot forward. Inhale, pull up and out of your pelvis. Exhale, fold. And this time just stay here and alternate bending your knees side to side, side to side. With your palms flat or on your tippy fingers, or tips of your fingers, see if you can, if you can keep your heel toe together, that's harder. But if you struggle with your balance, keep your feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to choose to keep my feet together because I feel like I need a little bit of a challenge. So from here, if you need to, feel free to keep your knees bent. And then lift your heels up and lower them down as slow as possible. Lift up and back down. Now remember, I'm going to keep my knees straight. But feel free to keep your knees bent and do this. Nice and safe. But if you choose to keep your knees bent, make sure you have good contact between your front of your thighs and your belly, right? So you're going to go lift your heels up and lower them as slow as possible. Lift it up and lower it as slow as possible. Lift it up and lower as slow as possible. Lift it up and keep it lifted. Bend your knees, lower your hips. And take your hips up, lower your heels. Take your heels up, bend your knees, lower your hips. Bring your hips back as you straighten your knees, lower your heels. Lift your heels, bend your knees. Lift your hips. Lower your heels. Lift your heels, bend your knees. Lift your hips and lower your heels. And just stay here a moment, bending side to side, bending your knees side to side, alternating bending them, getting a good stretch. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead and back. Good. You're going to inhale up. Keep your arms up. Lower your hips down. I have my feet together, but you can choose to keep your feet shoulder width apart. Lower your hips down, and make sure when you look down that the knees stay behind your toes. Lift your toes up a little bit, and that really changes up the game. Like everything starts to be really, really activated. Tuck your tailbone slightly under and see what that does to your discomfort. Take a deep breath in and exhale, slowly come up. Good. We're going to go down again and hold for 5, 4. Tuck your tailbone slightly under, 2 and 1, and come up. 1 more. Go down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stay there and just pulsate up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come up And hinge forward. Bring your upper body down and alternate bending your knees side to side, side to side. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I'm going to turn your way. You're going to take a wider step out. Turn your feet out slightly, maybe 45 degrees out, okay? And then we're going to work on flexibility and strength at the same time. So what I want you to do is lower your hips down, and that's going to be, uncomfortable. And then take it up again. Again, bend and lift. Bend and lift. Bend and lift. Bend and lift. See if you can come all the way onto the right knee, bending into the right hip. If this is not available for you, you can stay up here. Just make sure that you're not staying in a place where you're pinching into your hips, right? So, and then if it's uncomfortable for you, just stay high. Just do a little bit side to side like so, right? You can stay here and get the same benefit. We just want some movement at the hip. So I'm going to be here. Lift your left arm up and over. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Place the left hand down. I'm going to walk over to the left side. Lift my right arm up and stretch away from my right heel and back down. And lift the hips back up. Turn your toes in a bit. And stay here and see if you can bend and stretch, bend and stretch, bend and stretch. Heel toe your feet back together. And see if you can do this. Bend your knees a lot and come into a chair pose before you come all the way up. And bring your arms down by your side. Good job. So we're going to now go down onto our floor. So I know that's a lot of work, and it challenged you both physically into the ranges, because some of you may not have the range of motion in your joints in that way. But just always remembering that there's always a starting place for everything. And just the more you can push, the more you'll realize that it's all available for you. So sitting up nice and tall, right? Oftentimes we're hunched over like this. I want you to keep your heels down, lift up and out, and see if you can keep your spine perpendicular to the pelvic bowl, your pelvis, right? So try not to do this. And this is going to be a lot of work for many of you. So keep your hands gently on top of or right below your knees. And then we're going to round our spine down as if we're going to roll down and then pull up as you inhale, right? And exhale down and inhale up. And exhale down and inhale up. And exhale down and inhale. Place your hands behind you, fingertips towards your hips. And so I want you to keep a slight bend in your elbows. Point the elbows straight back and pull your chest forward as you gaze up. Hold and bend your elbows as you roll your pelvis back and pull up, 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 up. And back down and pull up, 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 up. And back down and pull up. And back down, and pull up, and back down. Good. I'm going to face you. Bring your feet together, knees out to the side. Many of you, if you're here, perhaps place a block underneath your sits bones, or maybe place a big, thick book or some type of a support to keep your pelvis up higher. because I don't want you to be compromised in your spine. Pull up and out and see if you can bring your knees up and down, just warming up the hip a few times. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Sit up nice and tall. Pull your chest forward and pull your chest forward, chin forward. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Pull back. Bring your feet together. Bring your knees together. Bring your right arm up. Place the right elbow on the outside of the left knee. And with this left hand, you're going to support it right behind you. And then you're going to twist over to that left side. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Come back. The other side. Left arm goes up. Pull the left elbow on the outside of the right knee and twist back. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Kick your heel out a little bit forward and see if you can fold over your thighs or over your legs and slowly start to stretch the heels away from you. Just kick them out side to side and see if you can keep a nice bend. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. See if you can relax your upper body over your legs. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Walk your hands up. And I hope we created some challenges for your muscles, and that strengthens our neuromuscular system so that you can have some good fundamental muscle memory sort of being activated as we kind of move forward with some progressive exercises. I'll see you next week.